Okay, I tell you, how you guys doing? What's today? Monday? Monday evening? Okay, yeah, Monday. Still Monday. How you guys doing Monday? I know people are probably jumped into bed. I'm on the West Coast. So it is almost 8 o'clock here. Okay? So if you're on the West Coast, then you know we're not too late. And wherever else you may be in the world, God bless you. Okay. Oh, this Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells, okay. I'm gonna go in first with the Lenormand. This is the Gothic Lenormand because it has the descriptions on them. I need to find another deck too like this, but I haven't been looking lately. Okay. There we go. Yes, we'll get some smoke in here. See? I give you guys a little sage. I neutralize you. Okay? Yes. Now, this Norman Wells thingy, talking about bamboozled, hoodwinked, okay, I do have a genuine feeling that the FBI, police, whatever, need to really investigate this case. They really do. At this point, that's the only way they're going to get things solved. Okay. Hey, Monica. That's the only thing. That's the only way they're going to get things solved and get down to the truth. They need to open up a criminal case. Is that? Yeah, it would be criminal investigation. Excuse me, a criminal investigation because these people are doing nothing but lying, and they don't care because they've been doing this all along. See what I'm saying? Okay. But they need some outside sources. They need some outside sources. If you're going to get to the truth or want to try to get to the truth, you're going to need some outside sources. You're going to need some people that mean business and trying to get down to what happened to this gentleman. Okay. You don't have to accuse anybody. As a matter of fact, start accusing them. Okay? F it. They didn't lie so much you can't do nothing else but accuse them. So I want to see what Lenormand, the Gothic Lenormand, has to say on the energy of this case. Say, now I'm finding out that Ava's dad, is he the police? He's some kind of police. Okay? So you got the judge, the police, you basically got the coroner and the pathologist and the medical examiner all in cahoots. What in the world? That's not an investigation. I'm sorry. That is what did they say? Oh, Mississippi, Springfield takes care of Springfield. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. And you definitely proved that. You don't take care of your own because Nolan was your own. Okay? So don't sit up there talking about you take care of your own because you don't. No, you don't. And when you got the DA and everybody and their mama in the city in cahoots on the tape, this is what you get. Nothing. Okay. What does Lady G say? A nothing burger. Okay, that's what you got. Linda G. There's a Lady G and a Linda G. I'm telling you. So, can you give us some energy, Lenormand? We're going in with Lenormand on the Nolan Wells case. Okay. The current energy on this gentleman's case. And we'll probably get in on other aspects too, because we're going to use Lenormand. So there may be some repeated questions that I've asked the other decks. I'm going to ask this deck because, like I said, this is a little different here. So what can you tell us about the general energy with the death of Nolan Wells? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. And these cards right here, I usually pull out like 2 at a time. I could do 1. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck is the bear. Okay. And the bear represents power, financial control. Now, we were just talking about that. And protector strength. So this signals a force that exerts control. Okay. So it's like this is a force to be reckoned with. And I think the reckoning is coming in with the clover, the house, the tree, and the book. And we know the book, holding the secrets, holding the information. Okay, so, okay, you guys can see it. What we have here is a symbol of small but meaningful luck. Okay, so there's a little bit of luck coming. That's the first card. Okay, a 4-leaf clover. Yeah, that's a lucky clover. And then the house. Okay, and this represents the family. And this is more than one family. This is Nolan families, Warren's family, Ava's family, because I'm finding out. So this also can be property or real estate and family matters. And this is definitely family matters. Okay. And we have the tree symbolizing health and life. Well, and spiritual grounding. And this right here is the book. And this has the secrets, the information that has not yet been revealed. Right there. It has not yet been revealed, okay? So there's definitely information. Well, we are not surprised that there is information that has not yet been revealed. We are not surprised in the least. We're not surprised the secrets. We're not surprised because if you didn't have any secrets, there wouldn't be nothing to lie about, now would there? Okay. Oh, hey, Gloria, Van, Patricia, Deborah, Smiles. I know. You know what? I was thinking that Van yesterday. I'm like, so they're all basically risking their careers and putting their career. But see, this is something that these people do in that part of the United States. Okay, they're not the only state or city that does this kind of stuff that they're doing. Okay. It's just that now that awareness is up, they're being called on their BS. Okay. And we have all these online sleuths that are just as smart as they are. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of people. There's more people online watching you than you watching them. How about that? Okay. And all this stuff that every time you come up with something. Oh, and Ben, you know what I wanted to mention? I wanted to mention about, I don't know the psychic's name. Okay. Just like I don't remember my own readings, I don't remember who said what, but I do remember what was said. That's what's important. Okay. So, uh, a while back, I remember a couple of people that were channeling or they were channeling or whatever on Nolan Wells, right? And they were talking about him being in um they were talking about the feeling like they couldn't move. They were in something they couldn't move. They were very limited. You remember that? I don't know if you. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen that too. Now that I'm bringing it up, but it's a couple of them, at least two, could be more. But they were talking about. I feel like I'm just in this space and I can't move. And then they brought out they showed the compartment in the bottom of the boat. I guess where they stick all the fish. And I'm like, oh, making that connection. Remember that? Y'all remember somebody said, and they were talking, I don't know where I'm at or what, but I can't move. I don't know. And I remember that. I remember that vividly. Hey, Angel. Yeah, his birthday is coming up. And they're his friends, the ones that didn't come to the funeral, you don't have to come to the party either, okay? You know what I'm saying? And as at the way you guys have proved yourself, wouldn't even want to look at you. Okay? Wow. So this could be, when is his birthday? I know it's soon. Is it in August? August 20th? Oh, August 19th. August 19th. The 19th. Okay. That was a good guess. I said the 20th. Okay. But yeah, so what's today? Oh, she's the 17th. Oh, his birthday's in 3 days. Ooh. Yeah, but I remember that, and I thought I would bring that to light and see if that jogs anybody else's memory like it jogged mine. But yeah, they said that they felt. I think it was that girl. One of them, I think, was Candace Starr. I think she did a reading on. She doesn't do cards. She does psychic. And I think it was her and it was somebody else was talking about feeling like they were confined and they couldn't move. Uh, yeah, Monica. Just like Nancy's kids and Nancy going missing is gonna follow them. Yeah, it's gonna follow them. Hmm. So let's go back. Okay, so we got the clover, the house, the tree, and the book. We have the whip, the The Tower. Mice. Oh. And what's the mice over? Oh, the mice is over the tree. And we have the stars. Okay. So with the whip and the clover. So the whip represents strife and arguments. Oh, yes. Everybody tripping out on each other. It could mean heated debates and competitiveness. Yes. And the tower denotes institutions, formal structures, bureaucracy, or isolation. It can represent official processes, corporations, or solitary focus. The tower. And that's a straightforward focus to the house and the people in it. How about that? And the mice, gradual loss. Gradual. Eaten away. They're being eaten from the inside out. Yeah. And so this is going to, with the tree which talks about health and life, this is eating away at their health / their life. This is very good representation. It's eating away at them. This is a general energy into the death of Nolan Wells. And the stars are bringing vision, guidance, and a sense of destiny or inspiration. They often okay, so the stars point to clarity. An answer that comes from intuition, we already got that. We know they did something. Or a higher source, a higher guidance. A higher guidance was, like I said, there needs to now be a criminal investigation based on all this BS that these people have been coming up, and the trickery and the bring your phone, okay, we gonna meet up and we gonna do it together, and then they gonna send you a notice if you don't have that phone in this office in 24 hours. What you gonna do? Okay, you can't write a notice and tell somebody that they have 48 hours to do something without telling them the repercussions. That's how you know it's fake. That's how you know it's fake. Was there repercussions? Hey, Adrian. Thank you, Carol. See what I'm saying? Remember I'm talking about that letter that they were sent, or the notice that they were given, that they had 48 hours to hand in Nolan's phone. Or what? Was there any repercussions in the letter? Because I didn't hear any. Anybody know what's going to happen if they don't do it? Just like one of them, what do they call it? Scam calls. Scam letters. Okay? It's a scam letter. And you know it's a scam, because you're reading the letter. I got 48 hours, okay. Well, what? Yeah, well, what? Is there another piece? Am I missing a page? Or what? What you gonna do? These folks that lost their mind. This is some diabolical BS. This is, okay. Jesus, take the wheel. Okay. Now we're going to add to it. Okay. We're going to add to it. With the birds. Okay. People are talking, sending messages. And ooh, they want that messages out the phone. They represent nervous energy, chit chat, or discussions that may not always be serious. Hmm. Interesting, they throw that out there. Hmm. And then we have the lily. The lily speaks of maturity, long-term harmony, moral authority, and calm. It can indicate elders, mentors, or okay. So these is the older folks. Okay, these are the older folks, the elders, if you want to put it, okay, that are or call themselves running things, okay? But see, they're old school and they're dealing with the new school, okay? These are old school. That's why the kids is fumbling the bag, okay? Because the kids are new school. They dealing with these old school. And what I mean by not just old school, as in the past, but the old school mentality of these type of people, okay, of these type of people in Mississippi, to be exact. Old school. This is something that they are used to, and you could just do this, do that, just like he told them how to fix the boat. That they was caught themselves drowning, and oh, they just youngsters and they over dramatic. Ain't that? Nah, that's not over dramatic. That's just lying, telling me that your boat is sinking and it's not. That's a lie. You just told that lie and making it so she will hurry up and do something. That's what that was. Okay. By the way, there's no facts in this video. Everything is alleged. Okay. These are my interpretations of the cards and your entertainment, all of our entertainments, actually. Okay. Because they tell you that when you buy the cards, okay. Matter of fact, these are called, what do they talk about? Game cards, playing cards and stuff, and you can play the games with these cards, okay. But see, I don't know if you realize these are not maybe some of the cards you would want to play a game with. Nah. You better look at the cards before you start turning up these cards, because somebody in in the game gonna be pissed off. Okay, but anyway, yeah, you can't. But that's what they call them, game cards. But I'm telling you, and this is the ring. Okay. Now, this is agreements and contracts, but this can also represent commitment. It can also represent a cycle, okay? And that's the first thing that came out to me is the cycle. This is a cycle. Okay, yeah, binding ties and reoccurring patterns. Okay, and the rider. Okay, swift development and messages. Oh yeah, this is one case that doesn't stop giving. Okay, every time I look around, there's a message. Oh yeah, there's a new development, and then they're talking about uh, putting together an overlay. Not Nolan side, but I believe the other side of putting an overlay to prove that Warren was on the phone with the CETO. Okay, because people are questioning how can he be on the phone to CETO at that time the boat is being towed. Why would you be on the phone? And the grandfather in the background on another phone calling the HNIC, whoever that is, okay, and telling him to cancel the tow. All this simultaneously at the same time. That's what y'all said he's doing. That's what they saying, Monica. I think Nolan's side needs to do their own overlay version. They're already saying that the photo has been altered. And I kind of figured that too because I seen the other picture where there's more of those girls on the boat. Now they have maybe a butt sticking out, a head sticking up, but you don't see the rest of the body. Reading tarot cards is how is it demonic? We ain't calling on no demons. Pam, I'm gonna let you get a timeout, boo boo. Okay, it's a timeout for you because if you do not agree, then I suggest you shouldn't even be in the room. Okay, because it seems like the only demon is you. I got the blood of Jesus on me, and if you got the blood of Jesus on you, you wouldn't be so affected like this when you know we are trying to get down to the truth of a crime. So how demonic is that? Child. And it tells you, the Bible warns you about fortune tellers and stuff like that, right? Because you can be deceived. Because there's pranksters, there's crooksters, there's scammers out there, right? Okay. And people have been scammed. People have been scammed. I don't doubt it. Okay. That's why I tell you to watch out who you're listening to because you got people out here telling you that they could see something and they telling you they saw it and that's going to tell you what they see. And you the same people that believe that that Trump guy is guiding you. And he ain't even in the office. The lights are on, but he ain't home, honey. All right. He out there playing golf. He got other people running. Can you understand that? The people in the church do be like, oh, we ain't gonna go with the church. Oh, don't bring up the church. Not the church. Okay? And the pastor, the teacher, oh, and what they was doing to little choir boys. Okay, I think you got bigger fish to fry, Miss Pam. Yeah, I think you got some little boys, okay, to go save. Some little butts to protect right there at the church. Okay, Angel. We're not going to go there. Okay, so, yeah, so they want to do a voiceover on that Ceto. Now, here's the thing. I be watching stuff and I don't say anything until I get to an understanding because some this stuff is very confusing. And there's people who can keep up with stuff like this, and this is their forte. And believe me, honey, I let them do their forte, and you come back and you tell me the results, because that's the only thing I can handle is the results. I can't handle like that girl who's on, is she TikTok? Who be putting this stuff together? Okay, this is like, now it's not like we couldn't put it together, but believe me, it'll be a while. It'll be a while. Okay, and so I'm looking and they're talking about him being on the phone and stuff like that. I still see it. I don't see the phone. I'm not even paying attention to the boy being on the phone. I'm looking at everybody else, but they're focused. So next time I see the picture, I'm gonna look. But yes, they're saying that it's just not adding up. Say, and the only reason why we're doing the cards is because they're bringing, and this is energy that's already out there. We're not calling on those spirits. This is energy that's already there. Okay? And we're asking the cards, and I'm connecting, and I'd appreciate if you don't interrupt my connection because you ain't paying the bill. Now, okay, so we got one more row. We got the rider. Swift development. Something new is about to enter your life. It could be news, a visitor, or a sudden opportunity that sets things into motion. Now, this card often points to beginnings, energy, and a fast change. So the rider is quick, some quick action here. Okay. And then we got the letter. We got the letter. Ooh. We have the letter points to written communication. Okay, that's the, oh yeah, that's the phone. The phone. The emails and the texts they're trying to get to. And the bird, oh, the talking, yes. This is tangible information recorded in writing, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And then we have the heart, which is an emotional connection. Okay? An emotional connection here. And this is going on the lily, okay, that talks about the older adults and the emotional connection with the heart that they probably have to the family, the grandkids, and all that. Okay? And then we have the fox. Now we know about the sly fox. Okay? We know when the fox pops up, he's slick. And this is somebody who is and this is pointing to the elders, the heart. Oh, trying to be slick. Deception. Matters of the heart, okay? And they are deception. So you better watch your back. You better be careful because they're going to be nice and oh, we've been friends. Okay, yep. Like I was watching the guy said, they probably have acquired a relationship with you to see what type of person you are and how they can manipulate you. That's what these people like Warren and his family do to other families who are just minding their business. And the sun, okay? And we know that the sun is going to offer clarity. Yes, energetic, positive outcomes and triumphant health and public recognition. There you go. That is the energy behind the death of Nolan Wells and what's going on with Nolan Wells. So it's telling you basically what's going on with the different people. They're up to something. Okay. They're up to something. Here's a question. My boyfriend's, see, this is what I'm talking about. My boyfriend's testicles were bitten off by a camel recently. Should I marry him when he wakes up from his coma or marry his identical twin brother whose testicles are in pretty? Girl. Okay. Pretty much, okay, Tarot Destroyer, you already answered that question. It's not rocket science. Let me turn on my fan, okay? Because y'all starting to get me heated up in here. That's right. Okay. So, can you tell us? Hi, Scott. How you doing? He said, "Wow." Just dumb. Okay, I don't know if that's supposed to be funny or make you upset. I really don't know because it's just a dumb question. Anyway, I want to know what is, I really get the feeling that these other boys are being controlled, intimidated, or whatever to stick up for somebody that is actually the perpetrator. You ever get that feeling? Okay, maybe one or two, but they're being intimidated, they're being coerced, they're being mind controlled, guilt, whatever it takes, that they are going to get up there and usually what they'll do it is, if I'm going to jail, you're going to jail. Okay, that'll do it right then and there. Okay, as far as the perpetrator problem solved, because you were there, you may have helped, and you didn't say anything. That's a crime in and of itself. Blackmail. Yeah. They like to stop by. But the thing about I noticed with these people, well, they call them trolls. What did we used to call them? I forgot. There was another name for them. But anyway, if you don't really bite, okay, there's no fun, and they go somewhere else and try to destroy and interrupt somebody else's life. I didn't even know how to respond to that question because I didn't. It was just dumb. Yeah, but it was a name for them. We had a name for them. Okay, so anyway, what I'm gonna ask is, Yeah. Well, they didn't lie already. They didn't lie, so they're in it. They're in it like Bennett. Yes, and can you guys hit the like button? They're in it. So now yeah, Mr. Okay. Well, they're. It probably just takes one. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. Okay, this is what I was gonna say. I was gonna talk about the reward. What was the reward? What's the reward? 150,000. Okay, because Warren's dad put up 50,000 that he know ain't nobody gonna get. Catch that T. You know ain't nobody gonna get that 50,000 unless you pay yourself. Okay. I had to compare that to the Nancy Guthrie reward. Okay, I know it's much higher, but you see, ain't nobody came for neither one of them rewards. What is it? Yeah, reward money. You notice that? For 42 minutes, I've been reading. I've been on. Yes, and we've done 2 reads. I'm going to do a 3rd one, okay? But y'all noticed that about that reward money, huh? I mean, $100,000, $150,000. It's not a whole bunch of money, but sheesh, I bet you I could. I know what to do with that. Mm-hmm. You know, ain't nobody got that money. Ain't nobody come for that money, huh? For the reward money, and he put up 50,000. Yeah, you can work with it. I'm gonna get me a boneless couch from Temu. Mm-hmm. And what else do Temu be offering? They got what else I want? Uh Not a wash machine, but something else from Temu. Okay, yeah, I could work a little something. Okay, so tell us about the 3 boys. Well, you know what? We're going to go off the grid here, okay? We're going to go off the grid. We're going to check out Bart. Tell us about Bart. Pull up Bart's file. Can you give us the energy of Bart Edmonston, okay? Yeah. On the docket, okay? What is the current energy of Bart Edmonston, the star footballer? Mm-hmm. What do you want us to know about him? The current energy with Bart Edmonston. And thank you for your answers. Yeah. See, we're doing Lenormand. Okay. And some of y'all really like you some Lenormand. Okay. Now, the bottom of the deck is the tree. Okay. Symbols life and health. Yeah. Life and health. And this suggests long term. Long term. It's stable, but it's slow. It's slow. Okay. Yeah, I seen that too. I seen that video. She pointed out all them cameras. Yeah. Let's look. Okay, tell us more. We have the clouds. Oh, the clouds. That's smoke and mirrors. Illusions, delusions, they represent confusion, doubt, or temporary problems that cloud judgment. This card suggests uncertainty, delay, and the need to wait until clarity emerges. Okay, so he's waiting for the smoke to clear. Uh-huh. He can't see where this is going. Okay, he knows and he's watching, and he hears his name come up every now and then. He don't want it to come up at all, but it's been coming up. Ain't nobody. Yes, we haven't forgot you, sweetie. We haven't forgot you. And the bear, powerful, financial control. See, and protective. So there is someone protecting Bart. There's someone around protecting Bart. Okay? Someone protecting him. And the tower. And this talks about institutions, formal structures, and bureaucracy. Keyword, bureaucracy. The red tape. Yep, the red tape. And the lily. Somebody older. An older person. Probably his parents. Okay. But he's got somebody older because he doesn't know if he's coming or going. And we have the stork. Now, this represents change. Oh, it may represent maybe somebody's pregnant. Whatever it is, okay, there's going to be a change, a transition. Now, this could represent his mama, too, as far as I'm concerned, but I don't think it is. But I think what's going on with Bart is that the older people in his family who've had so much hope and looking up for him, just like Nolan's family was looking up to Nolan, okay? So they are protecting their investment, so to speak. That's what this is. They're protecting their investment. Ooh. I got 5 cards here. Okay. And then we have the key. The key. Now that's interesting. So the key is the main thing. He could be the main, he's the main person, the key to solving this whole situation. Interesting. And the bouquet. This right here, this is giving me female energy, okay? And she may be pregnant. She may be with child. I don't know. And there's a focus around this. And the coffin symbolizes endings and transitions as well. So we have a bouquet. We have a stork that's representing a transition, a change. We have a coffin that is representing a transition, a change. And let's see who else. We got the clouds representing some type of transition. Interesting. So he may have a relationship that he is trying to move forward with. Okay, but there's the snake. Like the fox, we know the snake. Ain't nothing good about a snake, okay? There's lies and deceit with this person. A hidden enemy. Ooh. A hidden enemy and the mice eating away. Oh. So Bart has some skeletons in the closet that will sound like they're about to fall out in a matter of time. Interesting. And a crossroads, yeah. That's why his head is up in the clouds. He can't see the forest in the for the trees. He don't know if he's coming or going. He don't know which route to take. He don't know. Because of all the stuff that's going on and those uh, um, those interviews that the boys are giving. I can't find the word. I'm going too fast. I'm going faster than my brain could think, and that just wiped out the whole thought. Okay, old folks' problem. Okay, the buffoonery that's going on. He can't make a decision, so he's at the crossroads, and we got a child. Ooh. Now this represents literally a child, or it can represent the beginning of something. Mm. And the anchor. Okay. So this child is going to ground him. This child, this situation here is going to cause him to be grounded. Okay? So whatever change is coming his way, there's something that's going to, boop, you stuck like Chuck. Okay? And the birds, once again. Uh-huh. And the ring. The ring, okay, like I said, it can represent agreements, marriage, a cycle, a repeated cycle. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to do one more row because I only got 3, and I liked it, I don't know why, 4 or 5. But anyway, we have the rider, okay? So we have travel, something quick, some developments, some quick developments. I don't see the way these cards are going, it happening real soon. But with this case, okay, and the garden, public events. Ooh, he may get charged. This is all alleged. He may get charged. Let's see. The fox. A strategy. Deception. And the clover. Okay, he may get a small stroke of luck, but it's not going to be too much. And the heart. Okay, which deals with an emotional connection. That could be a girlfriend, that could be mama, daddy, yeah. That's what we're looking at with Bart. Okay. Let's ask if Bart will be arrested. Why not? I answered your question. What was the question? I'm the second person to bring up Anchor. You like these New Norman cards, huh? Okay. Uh-oh, my assistant is here. Hey, little poo-poo. Yeah. Go on up here. Come on. No. Come here. Right here. Uh-oh, she's looking for her sister. They must come in here begging. Oh! There goes sister. Okay. Oh, boy. It's a setup. It's a setup, y'all. It's a setup. I knew it. My cats is something else. They crack me up. Gotta love them. Okay, so I gotta marinate, on the question. Okay, girl, don't say it too loud. They gonna start reading. Ooh. And that, what you on my bag? And you just get on my bag because you know I'm gonna say something. And you feel like being bad. She licking it. What is the bag to lick? What is there to lick on the bag? See, I got my blinds open right here, okay, because of my little thingy here for the portable air conditioner. Okay, but usually they eat little holes. You see little teeth marks in the blinds, and Keisha has actually bit out a perfect little gap in the blinds so she can peek out. Can you imagine how that looks on the other side? That looks straight like a crackhead move. Okay, how Keisha? Okay, okay. So yeah, they like clockwork. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, can you tell us if Bart Edmiston will be arrested concerning the death of Nolan Wells? Just asking for a friend, okay? Will he be arrested in connection to the death of Nolan Wells? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Mm-hmm. Look at they just sitting here like they trying to contemplate on when they gonna start begging and harassing me. Oh Lord. Now why are you coming here? See, I'm telling you, these cats is too smart. Like she just understood what I said. Y'all can see her, huh? Hey, Keisha. See, Keisha, she's hanging around closely so she can hear what happens. That's what they do, okay? She just, hey, she acted, look, yeah, I know, I see you too. She look at me. Okay, so, did I cut the cards? Yeah, they are. Did I cut the cards? Okay. See, I hate when I do that. Oh, I did? Okay. So at the bottom is the rider. Okay. The rider. There's going to be some swift action, you guys. The rider brings swift developments, messages, and arrivals. Something new is about to enter. It could be news, a visitor, or a sudden opportunity that set things into motion. This card usually represents a fast change. Okay? A fast change. Okay, so we got the mice. And the mice are chewing away at something. Something's being eaten away. It could be time, it could be resources, it could be your health, okay? It could be your money. Uh-huh. So this is somebody, if this is a person, somebody who's nitpicking, somebody who's probably biting their nails. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Someone's sneaky. And the mountain. And the mountain, okay, is always obstacles that cause delays. It slows down the progress. And it must be navigated. So you're either going to go over or around the situation to get the results you're trying to get in the house. Okay? So they're going to have to go around his people, this house, his family, in his investments, They're going to have to go around this. And the letter. Okay, so there's going to be a letter. There's going to be information involved. It's going to be written, probably a text. Something about a letter, something about a text, and a crossroads. So this right here, the crossroads, okay, is indecision, self-doubt, options, and the birds are talking. They may have some information, some text messages between him and Nolan, or him and somebody else, and the whip. Yeah. Arguments, okay. Yeah. So there may be a information an argument on paper. And the fish. Okay. It may have it may show a bride. Okay. It may show a bride. See, here's the thing. They said they gave up their phones. Okay. They gave up their phones, but they still have to do a court order. Is it a court order to get anything that has been deleted? Okay. I would think. I don't know how much they have to go, but I think they have to go to the courts, and the courts give them the judge signs an order for them to release the information on these phones. Okay. Because they said that they gave up their phones. Well, you ain't gave up your phones too long, okay? Because it takes a minute. You still got them. Did they get the phones back already? That'd be a good question. Did they give you back the phones? Okay, are they still holding on to them? And then we have the stork. Ooh. There goes that stork again. There goes the crossroads. So there's a positive change coming. Moving, pregnancy, or an upgrade in status with the stork. An upgrade in status. Okay? And becoming a parent is an upgrade. We'll see. And, the man. There's a man. Whoever this man is, there's a man. And the cross. I was going to say that was the police, but I didn't. But now, when this card came out, a cross, you got burdens to bear. So that might be the police coming. Well, a baby is a burden too, Burdens, trials. But and she just sitting there all looking cute, okay? Just big. And look, and her little counterpart here hanging. I see her tail wagging in the hallway, hanging just in ear's distance. Boy, these cats are something else. As soon as I get up, all of a sudden, wherever she's at, Keisha is going to jump out, okay, and come with me, along with her, okay. And she got to be in front because she's the one. You're the one who said who asked, and the moon. Okay. Now the moon represents a transition. Okay, the moon represents a transition, a cycle. So I'm not really feeling an answer to the question: is he going to go to jail? Oh, you know the business. Look at her. You hear her? She said yes. Okay. What's going on? Hey, got changed. How you doing? Aren't you out there in Hawaii and they're flooding and having that storm and stuff being washed away? So Bart has a football scholarship. You're in California? Okay, somebody's in Hawaii. Is that old gray goat? Okay, but anyway. Okay, so he's going on a football scholarship as well. And I think Nolan plans were going on a football scholarship as well. I don't know where he was going. Oh, he was going to a well, what I call, I believe, the same as Bart, a community college first. Can you give us the energy, okay, of Bart and Warren? Bart and Warren. What's that energy with these two? Bart and Warren. What is their energy? Those two right there, what is that energy? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. At the bottom, ooh, the letter. Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I just tell y'all about the communication? And it could be the communication between them two. That's what made me even ask that question, the energy between those two. Because when I got this letter on Bart, and I was telling you, I was thinking about the text messages, okay? And I'm thinking Nolan, and I said, but there could be something incriminating between these two. Yes, I saw that letter. I seen that yesterday. Mm-hmm. I forgot what it even said, but yeah, I did that letter. Mm-hmm. And I think that letter was already out there. But see, there's stuff that like the letter, the $100,000 bribery, that stuff I think was already out there, but ain't nobody been talking about it, so they've been trying to keep it hush hush. They ain't saying nothing, and then somebody brings it up and throws it out there. Okay, one of those. Hey, Dottie. Okay, so the energy between Warren and Bart, Warren Hudson and Bart Edmiston. There's clarity, okay? There's positive outcomes. It suggests triumph, health, and public recognition. So the public recognition with these boys, okay? And the garden, okay? It speaks about public and social events. So it's like, okay, so they're in the same circle. Okay, they're in the same circle. And the heart. There's some type of heartfelt bond between these two. Oh, and the moon. The first impression I get is that it's hidden. Okay, the moon. What you trying to get? You trying to get something to eat? Okay, I'm gonna come. Give me a minute, okay? And I'll get you something, okay, poo poo? Okay, okay. And the anchor. Interesting. So these two are grounded together. And the cross. Burdens. Sacrifice, hardship, or a heavy but meaningful responsibility. There we go. The house. The house. And the tower. So these boys look like they have a strong connection, but you don't see it. It's in the background. And the coffin. There's going to be an ending. There's going to be a change with these two. And that coffin may just uproot that anchor over a woman. Interesting. Oh, not the key. The woman is the key. And the birds. People are talking, so it's going to come out. And this right here is the bouquet. And this is also represents a celebration. So people are gossiping about what happened, either on the island or at the party. This woman right here could be either Katie or it could be Ava. And the child. Oh, 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 oh. The child is going over the woman. And it's eating away. It's eating away at her and the star. Okay? Bringing vision. Stars bring vision. They're bringing insight, intuition, and clarity. Interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a child involved that nobody knows about yet. Nobody is aware of yet. Okay? Let's see. Maybe somebody is keeping it a secret, not really saying anything. They're not showing yet. Definitely can't be on in public doing interviews with all that pressure. Okay, say and emotions for a woman in her condition, allegedly. I'm surprised if it's an ancient one, they probably would have already said it. Because it sure is quick when they were when they found something, a skull or something, they were quick to say that it was ancient before the story even got out. They said it with the story. Okay? See what I'm saying? Let me go get her something, and I'll be right back. You want a treat? Ooh, come on. Let's get a treat. Where's your counterpart? Because I know she in here. Look, there go the counterpart, y'all. There they go, y'all. Now she just done popped up out the blue, okay? That is crazy. And the reason why I say that, because they may not have said anything, because with all this going on, it may be hard to tell or make that announcement. The timing, okay, it could not have come at a worse time, so to speak. Okay, I'll be right. Let me get you, girl. Come on, let me get you good and together. Both of you, good and together. Yeah, that's right. Come on, come on. You want some? You want this work? You want this work? Come on here, girl. So that's interesting. That's how it started off. That's how it started off, okay? And that's where it gets misconstrued, okay? Because that's when Bart's name was all up in the sauce, and then he got a lawyer and said he's gonna sue everybody that mentions his name, okay? It hasn't stopped people, but it did slow it down, okay? So they're not so quick to say Bart's name, but they're quick to say everybody else's name. So is Bart going to the NFL? Is Bart Edmiston going to the NFL? Will he make it to the NFL? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. Will he make it to the NFL? What do you want us to know? Will he make it to the NFL? 4 cards, 4 cards. Will he make it to the NFL? Four cards. The bottom of the deck is the man. What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Okay, that's the bottom. Four cards, four cards. I've never done four cards with this deck, by the way. So we'll see how it goes. Four cards, four cards. Will he go to the NFL? Bart Edmiston. The whip. Okay, so the whip talks about there's going to be some problems. Right off. There's problems. There is competitiveness, and there is or destructive habits. Okay, so you're going to have some problems. Let's see. The heart. So there's an emotional connection, a romance. A romance, okay? And the crossroads. So he's going to have to figure what path he's going to take. And there's going to be consequences. So he's got to choose wisely. Because there's consequences on the path that he chooses. But there is some heartfelt connection here. And it could be, I doubt it, but it could be his passion for the sport and the fish. Okay? The fish is resources, okay, and money. I don't know. I don't know. Because he's got problems. He's starting off with some problems, okay? Some problems about destructive habits, okay? And he's got some emotional connections, and he's got to choose his, what do you call it? His direction, his path, okay? But it does give me a feeling that what path he does choose will be a successful one. Okay? So it may not necessarily be, it may be in the sports field. It may be in the sports field. Maybe a commentator or something like that. I don't know. So it's giving me that there's a road, but there's more than one road, okay? There's more than football. See what I'm saying? There's a sports, but there's more than just football. Catch that T. Yes, there was, okay? I don't know if it was Katie. They got so many lies in here, okay, that they didn't told and never cleared up that part. So, let's ask the cards. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Can you guys give me a thumbs up, please? What is the energy between Katie McCormick and Bart Edmiston? What's that energy between Katie McCormick and Bart Edmiston? Can you tell us the energy between these two? And thank you for your answers. the energy between Bart Edmiston and Katie McCormick. Fish. Money. Okay. So they both have a flow of money, resources. Ooh. Put a ring on it. Okay. And the moon. And they're keeping it hidden. They're keeping it hidden. Ooh. And the coffin. Uh-oh. That's not good. Those are endings. It's a transition. Oh, okay. It's a transition from girlfriend to allegedly. Oh, give the video a thumbs up, please. Can you guys give the video a thumbs up? I know some people drop out when I ask for a thumbs up. That's okay. But there's some people, I know you like it. Yeah. No, that's not a song. Okay. But anyway. Yes. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, y'all not want to see this card. Can y'all see this card? Okay. See, this is stuff. This gets spooky. There's a transition. Can y'all see the card? The stork. Ooh, I feel so messy. And if that's the case, remember what Warren said at the beginning. I believe it was the first interview when he made that slick remark to Nolan as he was passing. He didn't say what he said. He just said he made a slick remark and that Nolan was hugged up with Katie. Remember that? Remember that? Now, I'm just a messenger. Okay. But the cards is talking. And this is hidden. It's a transition, but it's hidden with the moon, okay, at the same time. Now, I don't mean to put your business out there, okay? Allegedly. This is all alleged, y'all. Oh, Van, you ain't no good. Van said it. I didn't say it. You ain't no good. Oh my God. Oh. Wow. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. Dottie said, oh, you can't make this stuff up. This is crazy. Can y'all give this video a thumbs up? Y'all playing with me. Give this video a thumbs up just based on these cards right here. Now, the question is, the energy. Can you tell us the energy between Katie McCormick and Bart Edmiston? That was the question. And here's your answers. Okay? Oh, can't see. Y'all ain't no good. Y'all ain't no good. I'm trying to tell you. This should make headlines. Put these in the headlines. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is telling us the energy between these folks, okay? Woman. The woman and the ring. The woman and the ring. And the scent. The scent signals abrupt endings, a sharp cut, or a dangerous situation. It may indicate surgery, severance, or an urgent decision. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe she needed C-section. Okay, that's the only thing I could think of right about now. And the bear. Power, financial control, okay? And it can signal a person or a force that exerts control or provides resources. Mm-hmm. Yep. And the ship. This is movement. Journeys, whether physical or emotional, it can indicate travel abroad. Interesting. Yeah. Now, this is talking about growth in the aspect of travel. And the tree. Health and spiritual grounding, not to mention expanding, okay, an expansion of the family unit. Mm-hmm. Yep. This tree represents growth. This tree represents growth. And the sun. Here comes the sun. Yeah. A positive outcome. And the house. This house is representing the family members. I believe Katie, I don't know what family she comes from or whatever, but I got this sense that this girl is well taken care of. And the snake, okay, deceit. Ooh, oh, not the deceit. And now you come in here making all this noise, girl. Go lay down. Thank you. Lies, deceit, or hidden enemy. Oh, wow. Now, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? If that baby came out as dark as the stepdaddy, Nolan's daddy. I don't know. Mississippi is burning, girl. They burning. Wow. Child. I just got, okay, one more row, one more row. What? We might have to ask who is Katie's baby daddy. The key. That's the key. Okay. I'm getting a revelation here that this woman could be with child, and the child may be the key. This child may wake something up, and I think Van Vanden started some mess that may come to fruition. That's the key. And it's going to be a burden. Somebody's got a cross to bear. Somebody's got some explaining to do. The heads is up in the clouds. There's confusion and doubt. Oh, confusion and doubt. And it's going to be eating away at them. That sounds like somebody that don't know who their baby daddy is, okay? And when that baby is born, okay, there's something about that baby that just doesn't sit right with the other family. And now when the baby starts getting older and starts getting color and the hair starts curling up, you know what I'm talking about. Now, see, this is stuff when I tell you about doing these tarot and how they just put you all in the business now, okay? Just putting all their business out there in the streets. Can you ask if any of these other deaths are connected to Nolan's death, or are they separate? Okay, you got to be more specific than that, Monica. Okay, still winning from the grave, from the cradle, from the cradle to the grave. Okay, or is it from the grave to the cradle? I think it's from the cradle to the grave. That terminology, literally. That's crazy. That is so freaking crazy. Talking about putting a smirk on your face. Talking about smearing your face. Literally. See how God works? I don't know. Could be wrong, but it's just interesting. If she, especially if she was hugged up with the boy. See. And them teens is when them hormones start kicking in. And that Me So Horny song, remember that Me So Horny song? The closest gets the mostest. So Bart, if you are not the closest, you will not get the mostest. Mm-hmm. be surprised if she knows something and she go run over there and have sex with Bart. So it could be the possibility. See what I'm saying? Okay, because she's messy like that. The cradle to the grave. Okay, Monica, wait a minute. Did I miss it? Who was found August 7th? Are you talking about Tasia Fortune? Okay, you're talking about Tasia. Okay, I don't think their deaths are connected. Okay, I think somebody hung her up to make it look like it was racially motivated, but I don't think it was. I've done I now if you seen I don't know if you've seen my readings because I just did a reading on Tasia. I'm gonna ask the cards though. I did do a reading on her. Okay. And if you guys are not aware, she was living in the abandoned house either down the street or around the corner from her baby's daddy. And she had a drug habit. Okay. Now, I don't know if he had one either, but he's got a criminal background because they charged him with a felon, being a felon in charge of a firearm. Okay. Which means he has a record. Yeah, I think they were trying to distract away. They tried from the fact that she was killed and strung her up. I don't know the tree. To see the tree, a picture of that tree, okay, and see how high up the branch is, meaning that you can't just tie yourself there and jump off a footstool. And they have him in jail on an unrelated charge. But I'm just like, it sure is funny. Now, this man is 65 years old, by the way, and she's only 29. The little boy is 5 years old. So that would make him 60 and her 24 or 25 when they were messing around and she had that baby. So it's still a big gap, okay? And not to mention, she's found hanging in an abandoned house right around the corner from you. Not to mention that, now this is from his brother. His brother said that she was staying in that abandoned house. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That crossed my mind, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then he may not be the culprit, but the fact that she's in an abandoned house and she's on drugs is pretty a setup. Okay, so basically she was at the what do you call it? The trap house. The trap house. Okay. The trap house. Anybody go there and get high. The windows, I don't think the windows were boarded up. Yeah. So he may not, maybe he paid somebody to do it. Maybe, okay, I don't know. But it's not looking good. So let's ask about, okay, let me ask real quick if Nolan's death have anything to do with Tasia Fortune's death in Jackson, Mississippi? What can you tell us? Are they related? Are those two deaths related? Four cards. Are they related? Nolan Wells and Tasia Fortune. Are their deaths related? And thank you for your answers. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm just saying. Four cards. Four cards. Bottom of the deck. Oh, stars. Okay. Now the stars. So this talks about it says positive, which would mean yes. Okay, that's the only thing I can get. Let me see. Four cards. Four cards. Tell us more. Tell us more. And the thing about it is, she's half black and half white. Okay, the guy, the 65-year-old gentleman that they have in custody on an unrelated charge, he looks like he could be half black and half white as well. Interesting. Okay, so are they related? Inquiry minds want to know. Nolan and Tasia Fortune. What do you want us to know? Okay. We have the stars, which talk about clarity. Okay, hold on. And we have fish. Okay, this has something to do with finances. It's a positive card and it's money. Okay? And the birds, okay? People are talking. People are talking. And the cross. It's a burden. It can indicate sacrifice, hardship, or a heavy but meaningful responsibility. And the moon. So there's a transition. There is something is hidden. So this is a negative card. This is neutral, positive, and this is neutral positive. Okay. Former cards, former cards. Tell us more. Tell us more. Tell us more. Tell us more. Okay. Oh, a snake. This can represent temptation, jealousy, or complex situations that require careful handling. And this is a fox. Somebody trying to be slick. And then we have the tower. Okay. So this also can represent isolation. And it's coming to me as in isolated cases. But nevertheless, there was a snake. Somebody was being a snake, and somebody is trying to be slick in both cases. And the stork. Oh yeah, the stork. There's a pregnancy. Interesting. Okay. Let me tell you about the stork, the pregnancy. Okay. The pregnancy came up when I did the read on Tasia. Okay. So there's a possibility she could have been pregnant. Okay. There's also this possibility in the case with Nolan. We just looked through that. Okay. So the pregnancy. So what it's telling me is the cases are like similar, but they're isolated. Does that make sense? They're isolated cases, but they're similar in the circumstances behind them. And not to mention, okay, Mississippi And they still haven't come out with the autopsy. Still haven't came out with the autopsy like in the Nolan Wells case. So many songs have been found looking for Nancy, souls, right? Okay. And as long as they're looking for her, they're going to find more souls. Nolan's situation is bringing out a series of corruption and corrupt people. Okay. It's interesting. His death is bringing something that needs to come out, that's been hidden for too long and needs to come out. Okay. And I think that they need to see that it's not a matter of color. You're wrong. You're wrong. It's a matter of wrong or right. And that's what people are looking at. They're not looking at, oh, he's a black kid, forget about him. Nah, 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 nah. You can't do that. Because if you do, then you're going to allow yourself to be caught up. And then when the situation comes to your door, who you going to rely on? Okay? Because if you ain't got no money, then people ain't thinking about you. You're just as good as black to them. Catch that tea. Okay? Because that's all they care about. Where is no? Hi, Azale. Right. They're not necessarily based on they could be, it could be jealousy, okay, or whatever. Could be with child, okay. But what you're looking at is a form of corruption, okay? A form of corruption. Because what you got to look at is they're in the same state, the same so called known for being racist state. See? See what I'm talking about? Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Corruption. Is corruption one in one form, shape, or form or fashion? And the same thing with Nancy Guthrie's. Okay. There needs to be something done. And this is giving you the chance, it's uprooting. Okay. This is the time for awakening people. This is the time of revelations. And it's bringing up awareness. And you have people who they get kicks out of this. This is right up their alley to go searching and digging and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has their level of digging, some more than others, but nevertheless, okay, they digging and they digging your behind up. All of y'all. Okay? All of y'all. Where is Ashley husband? Is she married? Same thing is bringing up too is about these little white kids that's coming up missing, and the last person to see them are the parents. We got Jack and Lily Sullivan out there in Nova Scotia, Canada. You got the little boy, the little what was he, Mexican boy, that the little baby. Well, his father pleaded guilty. Little Emmanuel, baby Emmanuel, baby Emmanuel. I don't even think they found him. I don't think they found little Emmanuel, but his father pleaded guilty to killing him. Okay. Then you got what's the other little girl name? Summer Wells. Summer Wells. You see what I'm saying? Okay. These people, it ain't about your color. Look at them. Black, white, Mexican, look at them. Okay? Wrong is wrong and right is right. And that's what you got to pay attention to, because they want to divide you up. Well, we all know they want to divide us on color, but you can't go by that. Can't go by that. You got to stop that, because these people are coming after your kids. They don't care what color them kids is, honey. They will throw them on that boat, on the back of the boat, and in the back of the truck, and sell them off, okay? Just as fast as your head can spin. Okay, doing they worshiping, snatching folks so they could do what do they call them? Some type of worship thing. What do they call that stuff? Oh, you know, out in the woods. Okay, yeah. And then they put their own stipulations on it. Okay, Sebastian Rogers. They had the little girl I did a reading on. Her dad was the last to see her, and they even got cell phone pinging off the same location where he done dumped her in the river and stashed her under a log. Oh, I forgot that little girl's name. She was in Canada. He lived in another country and came out here. He would come out here, to Canada to visit the girl. Came out there, took that little girl to New York. They did some traveling in the New York area and went from here to there. Okay, they tracked everywhere they went, and yeah, they got him in jail. See, these people are sitting here right now. We don't hear anything because it takes like a year or two, depending, okay, on the back and forth, to even go to trial. So by the time you even hear about this again, you will have forgotten, okay, and you got to recollect. But yeah, the reason why the little boy, baby Emmanuel, is because the man went on and pled guilty. Okay, so that just squashed that. Go on out there, girl. Go. So the dad pled guilty. Okay, but the thing about it is, the little baby didn't even have a birth certificate. He wasn't even registered. The mom, okay, and as a matter of fact, she had two other kids that the family had custody of, that this man has permanently crippled. Why wasn't he in jail from the get-go? I don't know. It wasn't until the third child that came up missing, and the people is asking where the baby at, that the police honed in on it. But he should have been in jail. Okay, I mean, the little girl, one of the kids is in a wheelchair for the rest of her life. I think she was paraplegic. Mm-hmm. Look at that story, baby Emmanuel. Mm-hmm. That man done beat all them babies, okay? Crippled them. And the relative had two of the children. And now, well, the little baby is dead. And she had another one. Okay, he already had two. I think the courts was coming out to investigate about a third one. Something like that. Okay, these people is a hot mess. Hot mess. Hot mess. I'm telling you. Don't matter what color. It don't matter. So they out there in Mississippi, Okay, and they're trying to put color lines on something that people not thinking about colors. They want to get down to the bottom of this, and why you lying? Okay, everybody want to be the first to crack the case. I wonder if they're gonna get that 150,000. I don't know. She wasn't wrapped too tight. He probably beat her into oblivion. Okay, yeah. You got to read the story. Got to read the story. And she probably couldn't run. She probably couldn't hide. Not everybody could run and hide. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because he was in jail. He was in jail for a little bit and got out and ran right back and found her. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, little baby Emmanuel. Yeah, he was. With Nolan having no. She can't She can fight for the baby. If it's his, she can fight, okay. But he ain't got no money to fight for. See what I'm saying? He wasn't married to her. She ain't got no rights. She ain't got no rights. If that's his baby, she don't have no rights. And the baby ain't gonna get that much money, get some social security for his daddy being dead. Okay. But that's about it for right now. The family did know. That's how the story came to fruition. The family did know. They talked to the grandmother, and the grandmother told all the business. That's how they found out the baby didn't have a birth certificate. The mama, the grandmama, or her mama told them, told the police. Yep, she sure did. I remember that. She told him, she told them about that baby not having a birth certificate. She told him about them other kids that was crippled. They were crippled. There was nothing wrong with the babies. He crippled the babies. They were taken out of their custody and placed in the custody of a relative. And that's how they found out about the baby. I think maybe the grandmother might have called the police, okay, because the baby, the undocumented baby, was missing. And she knew something because she knew their history. Yeah. And the thing about it is, I don't know. She probably had the baby. I'm surprised he didn't kill the baby, but she probably had it because he probably was in jail when she had the baby. They didn't even know how old the baby is. They asked the grandmother. The grandmother, okay, she tried to tell them the baby was 3 months old, and the grandmother's no. That baby about 5 months. Catch that tea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so now we're back on to Nolan. Okay, in this situation here, because we inquiring minds want to know. I've been on here for 2 hours. Okay, but we still want to know. Can you give us the energy of Katie McCormick? Just give us Katie McCormick. Okay, what's the energy surrounding Katie McCormick? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Katie McCormick. You back in here, girl? All right, you're going to have to be quiet. Now, the bottom is the letter, okay? So there's a message. There's some information with Katie McCormick. Tell us more. I told you she one of the messy chicks. She like messiness. She like messiness. She's a snake. She's a snake. Lies and deceits. And this always comes up around her. Lies and deceit. And jealousy and manipulation. Deceit and manipulation are the main ones that come up around this girl. And the bear. She's got somebody, okay, protecting her. And the sun. There's clarity, there's happiness. Oh, she happy-go-lucky. She gives me, every time I think about her energy, she's one of those people who are snake, who like messiness, okay? And walk around and just happy as a lark. No care in the world. That's the type of person she is, okay? She's one of those ones that she gets her little behind beat at school, okay? The girls want to kick her. Okay, she's that type. And then want to act like she don't know what you're talking about. And you know she know what you're talking about. That's why you have to haul off and slap her. See, this is what I'm talking about. This she's that type. And the tower. Okay? The tower. Yeah. So she's got some type of structure. I don't know what her parents do. I haven't looked into it, and I really could care less. The only reason why I know these other people is because of the gossip that I hear. Haven't heard about her yet, but it talks about isolation. It talks about the bureaucracy, the red tape. Mm-hmm. And we have the child. Okay, the child. And the heart. And the fox. This fox points to somebody that has cunning behavior. Okay, they are clever strategically, and they're slick. The sly, the slick, the wicked. Okay, yeah. And the mountain, obstacles. Okay, she's got obstacles. Either get over or get around. Nevertheless, it's an obstacle. And the rain. There we go. The rain. There we go with the coffin. So there's something, maybe marriage, that is going to come to an end quickly, I believe. and the clouds. She's delusional. See. She thinks that she's going to be able to pass that baby off. Okay. And the book. The book. The book is holding the secrets, the information, and everything you need. The book. And that's going over the mountains, okay? That's the obstacle you got to get to is the book. The book of secrets. Everything. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's right. And the ship. There's movement. There's movement. And the anchor. Okay? Don't be surprised if Miss Katie ends up moving out of the country. Mm-hmm. And the house. I'm pretty sure her family owns property in another country. Okay? Vacation property and the mice. Nevertheless, something, someone is going to be eating away at Katie. Mm-hmm. It's going to be eating away at her. You know what? When I seen that letter, okay, when I heard about that letter, excuse me, when I looked at that video and heard that he read that letter off, she was the first person that crossed my mind. That's some mess she would do, okay? And it ain't that she's lying, but it's some mess she would do because she likes to kick up mess. See what I'm saying? She likes to kick stuff up and then just watch and be grinning because she knows, she feels like she's the mastermind behind this situation. Okay? Mm-hmm. I do see child, I do see ring. I don't see the stork though. I don't see the stork. Okay, so there it is there with Katie. Let's ask before I go. Okay, we asked the energy between Katie and Bart. Let's ask the energy between Katie and Nolan. It's only fair, okay, that we ask. Before I let y'all go, I gotta know. What is the energy, or what was the energy between Katie McCormick and Nolan Wells? What was that energy? Between Katie McCormick and Nolan Wells, what was the energy between those two before Nolan Wells passing? What was the energy between Katie and Nolan? And thank you for your answers. Ooh, the sly, the slick, and the wicked. The fox. The fox points to workplace matters, cunning behavior, or the need for vigilance. It can indicate clever strategy or sly deception, especially in business or contracts. Okay? There's Katie. There's Katie. Oh, and guess who's looking right at Katie? Who's looking at Katie? These are the cards here. Okay? The story. What you want? You can't have it. Okay, you guys are done for the night. I see you, Keisha. Don't be trying to. I see you peeking. You my baby girl. I love you too. You my big baby. And the rider. Okay. So there's going to be some swift developments going on here. Okay. Hmm. Swift developments, messages, and arrivals. Something new is about to enter your life. I ain't talking about me. This is talking about this right here. Okay. This is the energy between Katie McCormick and Nolan Wells and the house. So this is the family. Okay. So Katie's family is rooted in tradition. And it is the key. Okay. It's the key. And the sun. Okay. But you know what? I think this goes here. I think Katie is the key. And there's going to be clarity on this stork situation. Okay? There we go. Because that's how I usually do my cards. And it makes sense too. Now, it could be the house. That makes sense too. But this makes even more sense. And the dog. There's a friend. There's a friend. You got a friend in me. Okay. So there's going to be swift developments. Okay? Something is coming from a friend. And there's the bouquet. Who's going to throw the flowers? This is invitations, happiness, charm, pleasant surprises. And the cross. But it's going to be a burden. It's like it's a double-edged sword. It's going to be a burden. There's a burden. There's a cross to bear. Katie has a cross to bear. And the stars. Not the star and the sun. Ooh. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit, y'all. It is going to be lit. Now, Nolan has not come up, interestingly enough, at all, unless he represents the dog, the friend. But we got Katie and the mice. Oh, okay. There's something eating away at the friend. There's something eating away at this friend and the mountain. Something is presenting themselves an obstacle, and that is There's an obstacle that's slowing down the progress. I might have to ask, what is the obstacle that's slowing things down? Okay. And the garden. They might want to check somebody's backyard. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. There is an obstacle that's blocking the garden. Social life, public events, and the rain. So the a marriage, a proposal, a something is going to be brought in the open. What does Katie plan on doing? She one of them girls that probably she's one of them girls that would be a socialite. hmm I don't know if it'll be public. If well, believe me, okay, they don't want it to be public. But see, things have a way of working themselves out because the thing about it is, it's a small world. It's not as big as you think, even in another country. It's a small world. These people travel in the same circle around the world. Catch that T. Okay. So just like they over here in America, but there's somebody in another country who knows their business and what's going on over here in America. And they own YouTube as well. Oh, catch that T. Okay. So we have the book. There we go. This friend this friend knows. Oh, I wonder if it's the friend Ava. This one who knows the business. Okay. This knows the business. And yeah. This book stands for Secrets, Research, Study, or Things Not Yet Revealed. It invites investigation or learning. The friend knows. And who was the friend I told you that knew everything? Ava. We got to check her out next. Her and Katie. And the tree. Uh-huh. Things are branching out. And that's the obstacle. Mm. Yeah, they might want to look in somebody's yard. Okay. It's like I said, okay, the way this stuff is going, they need to do a criminal investigation. Okay. That's gonna open up a lot of doors. And that's not what the family wants. They're trying to shut it down before it gets to that point. I think that's what's going on. They're trying to shut it down before it gets criminal. Okay. Because when it gets criminal, and it was done on federal property, you can't tell them nothing no more. It's out of their hands. Let's look at the energy before I go. Before I let go. Tell us the energy between Katie McCormick and Ava. What is the energy between Katie McCormick and this girl named Ava who had the party, the 4th of July party? What's the energy between these two girls? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. Mm-hmm. Katie and Ava. You gonna tell us, little Booty Woody? You gonna tell us the business? Yeah, you my baby girl. Ooh, crossroads. Decisions. There's options. So I believe that the energy between them is at a crossroads. And that would make sense if the friend that was represented by the dog in this previous reading is Ava. Tell us more. Clouds. Okay. There's confusion. You went over there. It's your sister. And the bouquet. They're friends. There are enough friends to be invited. She invited her to the party. Keep going. The clover. The clover. Let me see what it says. So the clover is short term. Okay. The clover is about short term, short lived opportunities, friendships, whatnots. Okay. And the heart. And the sun. Okay, so it's telling me, okay, that they're friends. They know each other. They know each other. Okay, let me keep going because I'm not getting a feeling that they all that. And the snake. Oh, there's the snake. Okay. And okay. And the bear. Talking about control and power. Okay. The man. Oh. Oh. Girl, you see I'm in an important meeting. You don't care? Oh, wow. What about you, Keisha? You see I'm in an important meeting. Oh, you don't care either? Go lay down. That's what I said. Don't look at me like that. You go lay down. Okay, where I was getting at is the man. I believe Bart, okay? And the snake is Katie. And she's Mama Bear over her man. My man, my man, my man. Okay? Uh-huh. My man, and the coffin. So there's endings and new beginnings and the anchor. Okay? Yep. She trying to get that man. She get that lock him in. She all you need is a ring. Or she thinks, okay, the dog, the friend. Okay. So Ava is just a friend who knows the letter. She knows. She has the communication. She knows about the communications. The stars. Clarity. And the mice. So Ava, the friend, seems like she is the one putting 2 and 2 together. Okay? Mm-hmm. She putting 2 and 2 together, and it's eating away at her because I think she suspects. And the fish. Money involved. Now I think Ava, they got money too. Okay, but they got the whip. Here we go with the whip. So something, the whip to me is kind of like the tower in tarot. Okay, there is going to be some upset here with the whip. So these girls may have an argument or an all out brawl. Okay, these two girls. Because Ava may say something to Katie. About what she knows. Mm-hmm. Allegedly. I could be wrong, but something's about to hit. I think Warren, if the cards are talking correctly, I think Warren is uh, uh, telling them to keep Katie's name out of it. Because you see, they haven't been mentioning Katie's name really too much, but her name is out there. Say, and the thing about it is, because they're doing all this lying and misrepresentation, all this hoopla, okay, it's not hard to figure out. See what I'm saying? But what it is these are people, young people, who are depending on their parents. These are people, young people, who depend financially on their parents. Okay? Even Bart. These kids are not independent. They're all living at home with mama and papa. They're still in their teens. They're still influenced by the parents. The parents and the grandparents, because in these type of family, the money, the person holding the bag is who gets the most emphasis, which is usually the grandparents. Okay, and they have influence over the other families until they are no longer worth more alive than dead. They're until they get to the point where they're worth more dead than alive. They have emphasis. Put it to you like that. I'm just being honest. Okay, that's the dynamics with these socialites, these whoop-de-doos. That's how they think. They think in terms of finances. Say, there is no spirituality in these people. They want to think that there is, but there's not, because that's what their life is based on, their money. Not spirituality, not wrong or right. And they've been getting away with it for so many years. This is just like the situation with Diddy, okay? The situation with what's his name? Jeffrey Epstein. The situation with Clive Davis. These people have been getting away with their BS for so long. I mean, years and years and years, okay? That they have gotten comfortable with it and they have gotten secure with it, okay? It's not till you get hit like Epstein and Diddy and go to jail that it hits you, because they think that they are protected and everybody's going to protect them and they can do whatever they want because they've been getting away with it. Well, that's the same with this family. And they've been getting away with it for generations. Okay? So, that's how they think. But this is the year of awakening, and a rude awakening at that. But it's still an awakening, see? And they still stuck on low vibrations. And that's why they're on low vibrations, because that's the love of money. Your vibration is low. You don't have that spirituality, okay? All I care about is the bag. All I care about is the money. All I care about is the finances. Your vibrations are low. You don't realize it, but it is what it is. So with that said, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? Because, oh yeah, we got some more. And most of all, stay blessed. Bye.